or actually, good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back with the rest of my Shaman Hearthstone Arena run. This is a really good deck, lots of fire elementals, got my hexes, got a silence, got really good creatures. Honestly, can't complain at all about this draft. There really weren't any, okay, there was like maybe one or two, but there really weren't any garbage picks. Maybe the only bad thing I would say was the Epic pack that had the Big Game Hunter, the Merfolk, War Leader, and the Crab. Maybe that was a bad pack, because it always sucks to have an Epic and have it suck. But then I also got an Earth Elemental, which is great. Udok the Hunter, I'm pretty sure I've played him, and I'm pretty sure he's a really good player. I might have actually lost to him. We're going to keep our taunts. This is my experimental card. I'm already kind of upset that I have it. Okay, we're going to keep a taunts. Bit of a slow start here, just a turn 2 play, nothing on turn 3. But, first of all, I just drew that, which is great. And second of all, this engine on turn 4 will slow down a lot of what my opponent can do. If it's the only creature on the board, a Deadly Shot could kill it, but as long as it's not the only creature on the board, Multi-Shot does not quite do the job against it. You know, I'm really happy with this Frostwolf Grunt, I gotta say. I think this is one that a lot of people denigrate, but it's only one stat off from a generic 2-mana creature, so it's perfectly fine for its cost. And it's just really good in some cases. Oh my god, where is my Earthshock? Come on! I was really hoping for an Earthshock. That would have been so great to kill the Scarlet Crusader. As it is, what we're probably going to end up doing is playing Storeforged Axe and swinging past my opponent. Now, the reason I'm doing that is my opponent's going to almost definitely trade the Scarlet Crusader in for this Grunt, so there's no reason to do it for her, but I will smash off this Divine Shield so that when she does attack in, she dies. So basically, the Scarlet Crusader got some good value, 1 tick off my weapon, and 1 of my creatures. That is really good news for me. Sadly, at 4 mana, because of this overload, I can't play this engine, so it's a bit slow here that I'm making a totem rather than putting a creature out. That's fine. I'll just make a totem. Taunt is good, that'll be nice and protective. Next turn, I can play Senjin, and I drew all 3 of my fire elementals. Yowza! That is insane. So we're probably going to play 3 fire elementals in a row. That is probably what's going to happen. So my opponent's trying to race me down. He's just throwing everything under the bus here. Yeah, I'm going to just kill this, whatever. I don't even care. I really feel that, you know, right now this hero ability is going to take 10 turns to kill me. It is not going to take me 10 turns to kill my Hunter opponent, and I've got a lot of barriers to entry here if my opponent wants to kill me. This Rockbiter weapon, I probably will feed it to a totem to save on the life, but my opponent's in some serious-ass trouble. I've got 7 cards to my opponent's 6, and I went first, so that's actually accounting for the fact that my opponent started with the coin, which he spent, and an extra card. And I've got really good cards coming up. That was the problem I had as Hunter. Sometimes you'd have like a really good start, and you'd have like card advantage, but they like wouldn't be good cards. You know, so it was nice it's just nice to have really good cards here. All right, Tundra Rhino, that needs to die. I think my opponent should kill the Taunt Totem, though, for sure. Yeah. My opponent almost did an insane thing, smashing into this for absolutely no reason. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and kill this guy, and the easiest way to do that is like this, and like this, and, folks, you need to kill these Tundra Rhinos. You have to kill them. You cannot, if at all possible, allow your opponent to start the turn with a your creatures have charge thing in play. You just can't let them do that. It's way too good. Okay, I'm going to hold my Fire Elementals in reserve because this is 6 power. The Loot Hoarder and the Golem are 4 power, plus they let me put a totem into play. So I think I'm putting an equal amount of power on the board. I'm flooding the board with creatures, which is good because... actually, let me play around Explosive Shot by putting my weakest stuff in the middle. There we go. Because Hunters are not that great at board clear. All they have is Explosive Shot. Or, excuse me, Explosive Trap. God. There has to be a card named Explosive Shot and one named Explosive Trap, of course. They're not that good at board clear, so if you can flood the board with a bunch of stuff, like here I've got, 7 damage on the board. It's very easy to just look at this like, oh, it's just 2 power, oh, it's just 2 power, but like it really kind of adds up after a while. Alright, now Forked Lightning is really great with the spell damage totem out here. This is part of why I liked Forked Lightning and I don't like the Warrior's Cleave. It's essentially the same thing, except Forked Lightning costs 1 mana less but has 2 overload more. But because Shamans have a built-in way to get spell damage and Warriors, of course, don't, that makes Forked Lightning a really dangerous card in a way that Cleave just isn't. Now, what's really cool about the situation is I can play a Fire Elemental next turn and, like, run my creatures in and not care. Like, if 3 damage isn't enough to kill whatever he plays, I don't care, because this pops back, this draws me a card, and this is already, you know, put in some serious work. So we'll see what my opponent wants to do. I might just attach a Rockbiter weapon to my Loot Hoarder to preserve some life for myself. I am at 20, you kind of have to respect that a little bit against Hunters, and I would like to draw some more cards. Currently I have 8 on the board, one of which is a totem, my opponent has 6. I have massive board advantage, massive card advantage, and my opponent really needs a great play on this turn to catch up. Well, that's a pretty good play. Silence would not go amiss here. No chance of a silence, so we need to pop this Divine Shield and then kill it. It's going to take a lot of resources, unfortunately. I think the best way to do it is just to use the Loot Hoarder and run the Golem in, and then play Fire Elemental to do the rest of the damage. So we'll run in the Loot Hoarder because you always want to draw cards first. Feral Spirit's not going to do it. We're also going to run this in. Going to pop it off with Fire Elemental number 2. Swing with this, and I'm going to make an interesting move here. I'm going to play Voodoo Doctor. Let's play around Explosive Shot. Put my desirable targets on the edge. And heal this engine. So I don't think I need to heal me. I think I'm doing alright with the Fire Elemental, another one in the tank, removal, and a bunch of taunt coming up. Nice thing about the Feral Spirits is Explosive Shot does not kill them because they have 3 health, and Explosive Trap only deals 2. But this means that my Senjin will now survive against an Explosive Trap. Deadly Shot. Well, that was a pretty good Deadly Shot for my opponent, but I can't really begrudge him getting a little bit of luck since I've had a pretty good run today. This is actually really ferociously bad luck. This was really the worst thing he could have gotten. Because this is like a raid leader that has 2 extra health, so it is a very, very good card for 3 mana. The problem is that you don't want to play it on an empty board. Well, I don't really want to use... Oh, I could actually use an Earth Shock plus the rest of this Golem to finish it off. Swing for 8. I could also swing for 10. 13. Nope, can't quite kill just yet. Wait, can I kill? I can deal 8, 10, 13, 16 damage. Okay, can't quite kill my opponent. Yeah, let's just, well, you know, let's actually hold on to this, though, because it would be nice to have a silence in case my opponent plays a taunt. So what I'm going to do is, it's the same way either way. Either way, whether I use Earthshock or Rockbiter weapon, I'm using this Golem to kill off the Leok. So we're going to put the Rockbiter weapon on that. Do that. Swing. Swing. Totem. And I'm being very aggressive here. Let me put this guy on the edge. I'm actually going to Fire Elemental my opponent in the face. Because I'm basically saying to my Hunter opponent, I bet you that you cannot deal with 2 Fire Elementals, so I just want to hit you in the face. I could have run the Golem in, held onto the Rockbiter weapon, and then used the Fire Elemental to finish it off, but I like getting this 3 extra damage on because it means that the 2 Fire Elementals can finish off my opponent off. Well, the Gladiator Longbow, solid card. He can kill one of my Fire Elementals off for free, but... then he's going to lose. 6, 8... Actually, hold on. He wasn't going to lose yet. 6, 8, 9. He was at 11 health. Earthshock only targets minions. You know, maybe that's why I should have kept the Rockbiter weapon rather than the Earthshock. Then again, if he'd played a taunt, I really wish I would have kept the silence. So yeah, it was a close call, but the advantage of Rockbiter weapon is that if he didn't play a taunt, I could use the Rockbiter weapon to deal damage to him directly. Whereas there, he was actually going to live for another turn. I don't know why he conceded. He had 11 health. I had 9 damage. I couldn't deal any direct damage. On his next turn with the longbow, he could have killed my other elemental. And if he just had any kind of removal for like my 1-1 and my 2-1, he could have climbed back. So I guess his hand was really terrible and he was just depressed or something, but that was a bit of an early concession from my opponent. I'm going to keep my Hex. There is a risk that I will draw my other Hex and they're going to clog up my hand, but I think it's worth having the Hexes. Just to make sure if my opponent plays some random crap. Uh-oh, is that a light or a North Strike Cleric? Okay. That's unfortunate. So I don't want to play the Wolf now because that allows the North Strike Cleric to run in and heal. So I definitely don't want to do that. Don't really want to coin out a Totem because even buffed by the Wolf, it can't kill this stupid thing. This is a very, very difficult drop to deal with when the priests have it against you. I can't even play my Golem because the North Star Cleric can run in and heal and draw a card. What I am going to do, however, is actually coin out Farseer. I'm wasting 2 health, and I'm spending my coin. but I really want to kill this thing. You have to respect this thing when your opponent plays it, and go to any lengths to kill it. Now my opponent would want to use a Shadow Word Pain to finish this off. Good news is if he doesn't have it, he's going to be a bit hard pressed to kill it. Bad news is if he does have it, then I'm fucked. Ah, that's also an impediment.
Not quite what was planned.
Why did he... What? That was fine. Okay, whatever. So let's think. I could play the wolf. That would let me kill his monkey. The problem then is he can run the Northstrike Cleric into my wolf draw card. You know what? That's fine. I'm not going to dance around that Northstrike Cleric forever. So we're going to do that. It's totally fine. Now my creatures do both die to a Holy Nova, which is a bit sad. My odds of flipping a Healing Totem are unlikely. This guy actually can't be killed yet by Shadow Word. He first has to get through the wolf. And if he does do the draw card shenanigans, it's half of his turn, so that's fine. Does he have a Holy Smite there?
I must consider.
That'd be a pretty good turn. Smack, heal, Holy Smite, draw card. Seems totally fine. What is he thinking about? Just use the Holy Smite on this. Twilight Drake. Oh, interesting. My opponent chose not to draw a card. Wow, he's just letting his Northstrike Cleric die. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Interesting choices by my opponent in this game, that's for sure. Well, let's actually put this in. Shadow Word Pain kills it, but I think my opponent has demonstrated he does not have Shadow Word Pain. This means I'm not axing, and this means I'm not hexing. Now, if I axe... Oh, I wish I could buff this by 1. No, this seems really good, because it stops the Twilight Drake from killing my crap-a-doodle-doo. We're going to kill the Northshire Cleric, because I don't want him drawing any cards. So now, terrible things can happen here. Of course, my opponent can just play Holy Nova, kill 2 of my creatures, but I did kill the Northshire Cleric without spending any cards, and I also killed his monkey without spending any cards. So him getting 2 for 1, I'm actually still doing just fine card-wise. And this guy can survive a Holy Nova plus a whack from the Drake. So that's okay. If I get an Earth Shock, I could kill this Drake. Come on, Earth Shock! Live the dream! Man, these Fire Elementals love me. This Shaman is a friend with his Fire Elementals. So yeah, we'll probably be playing that next. That's the card he just drew. Did he just top deck a Holy Nova? We're about to find out. No! Ironbeak Owl silencing the wolf! Wow, I love seeing that. That is tremendously good for me. What has he got here? Another silence? Shadow Word Pain. Ah, it was from over here. He had the Shadow Word Pain. Why didn't you just use it? Crazy. Son, you is crazy. Alright, let's go ahead here on turn 5 and think very carefully. I really don't want to use this axe, because then I really can't play the Fire Elemental next turn. So what we're going to do instead is make a Tiger, who's all stealthy, kill his 4-2 with my 2-1. Yeah, it's a 2 for 1, but look what's happening here. He's got 4 cards to my 5. I have board control, so his only initiative is he's the first player, and I've used my coin, and that he's to play right now. If he doesn't do anything good right now, he's going to be in trouble. The Fire Elemental's coming down, and Mind Control is at least another 2 turns away. If he does have Mind Control, he'll be in pretty good shape, because he's going to be able to steal one of my Fire Elementals, and I haven't really been able to race him down very well. So that's going to be a problem for me. Then again, I just do love drawing all these Fire Elementals. Do I want to Fire Elemental this thing and finish it off with my Tiger? Nope. We're going to, well, shit. Yeah, we're going to go for the gold, go for the glory. I'm going to swing by, start trying to get damage on. I'm going to use Hex on this. And we're going to play a Harvest Golem. So I'm just trying to be aggressive here. I can Fire Elemental next turn, kill something of his, swing maybe for 7 or 5, kind of depending on the situation. I still have board control and card control, so he's going to need a Mind Control to catch back up. Ooh, Shadow Word Pain on a Golem, that is great news. That is pure card advantage. Just sucks up a card for nothing. Ah, I see what he did there. He's going to use my Frog to finish off my Golem. Very clever, sir, very clever. Alright, he's going to heal up. Totally fine. What's this owl doing? Is he just going to ignore me? No, he's going to deal damage to the owl. This telegraphs he might have a Holy Nova. Nope, he's just going to go for me. Fair enough. Well, if I do have my my Fire Elemental Mind Control, that will be my opponent's entire turn, and I can hex it. So, we will ping off that guy. If he wants to race me... Oh man, I just want to kill this. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna... Hang on. Is it worth killing that? No, because I've got this axe. I can kill it later. Let's just swing for 5 damage and call it a day. So next turn's gonna be good, because I can Fire Elemental and Stormforged Axe. But if he Mind Controls my Fire Elemental, then I have to Hex it. That means I cannot Fire Elemental. I'll have to use the Stormforged Axe instead and Hex this guy. Looks like my opponent does not have Mind Control. I imagine he would have played it much more quickly here. I mean, this is about as good of a Mind Control target as you can hope for. Another Light Spawn, aha! And an Injured Blade Master. Alright. And a Hungry Crab. Well, he's just playing everything out here. Okay. Well, I'm actually really happy with this turn of events. I cannot quite Hex this Light Spawn and play a Fire Elemental. But I could Fire Elemental, kill this thing, trade the Tiger. Yeah, let's not get too greedy. We're going to kill that guy because he hits pretty hard. We're going to trade the Tiger for his Light Spawn, which is totally fine. We're going to play the Stormforged Axe, kill the Isle, and then this crab I really don't give a crap about. We're just going to swing by, deal 6 damage. So my opponent could top deck a Mind Control, but A, that is unlikely, and B, I have an answer. Mind Vision. Oh no! Oh my god, that was so good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
He got the Hex. Okay. Well, all things considered, so it's, you know what, it's not that bad. It's basically like he top decked a removal card. I mean, that's basically what happened. It's not really that bad. So we're going to just swing by here with this axe. Swing. No reason to hold this back. Swing, swing. Get a totem, taunt. Alright, so my opponent could Mind Control, but this is where we see the weakness of Mind Control. He's still losing. I'm going to swing for 8 damage. And he's going to be at 1 health. He's going to be in trouble.
Well played.
Divine Spirit. Thanks. Alright.
You have best.
No, I want to emote! Let me emote! Whew. No! I couldn't say well played! I seem like a douchebag saying, like, thank you after my opponent's well played. I was gonna say well played, but that delay that they built in to stop spammers. You know, there needs to be an emote for you're welcome. Like, when someone says Mind Vision and then says thank you, like, clearly meaning it in kind of, like, in a good-natured way. I want to be able to say, like, you're welcome, you know, just to be friendly. But I have to say thank you back, which maybe could be interpreted as I'm being a douchebag, like, say, like, thank you for playing bad cards. I hope my opponent didn't think that. I hope my opponent didn't think I was a douchebag for saying thanks. I really wanted to say well played at the end there, but the delay against spammers. You know what it is? They build features into the game to stop the stupid people, the evil jerks who like to spam their emotes and ruin it for the rest of us. And because of that, I couldn't say well played in time, and the world became a slightly less nice place. And that is what we learned today. Anyway, we're 4-0, which is pretty good. Don't want to get too cozy, though, because you're going to start seeing some really good opponents when you have that kind of a record. Alright, Jaina's up. Honestly, this is a really great start. We'll keep everything here. Mages have good stuff to silence, aka Mana Worms. The Direwolf Alpha will be nice to play after Feral Spirit. Maybe even before, kind of depending on what the situation is. I don't want to coin this guy out. Ooh, Lightning Bolt is great. So basically my main problem is managing my overload. I have a lot of overload here. So if I play the Feral Spirit first, the advantage is that then I can play the Wolf in between the Spirits and have them both get pumped. If I play the Wolf first, I can then play the Feral Spirit, but the Feral Spirits kind of pop off to the side of the Wolf. But actually, this is great. Man, I'm amazed how much I like this little guy. I really, really like this. You can play him on turn 2, no regrets, and sometimes the taunt is just really damn useful. Alright, Jungle Panther. Oh my god. This is like a case study on why I don't like Jungle Panther. Look at this. This is just terrible for my opponent. He's just got nothing good to do. Now, I could play Feral Spirit, then next turn I'd have 2 mana, which actually is enough to play the Wolf. So I'm going to play Feral Spirit while it's good, and swing. So now this Panther can sacrifice himself against half of a card, which is fine by me. And next turn I've got a really good play. I can play the Wolf and swing, swing. Swing low, Sweet Chariot. I can even coin out a Lightning Bolt if I need to. Shaman Yeti. That's actually a pretty good response, because I'm going to have to trade both my things in order to kill this one card. That kind of sucks. Well, we'll do this. And I think this is worth it. I have nothing to do next turn for 5 mana, so let's let the overload happen now. I'll shoot him with a Lightning Bolt. Send this guy in to finish the job. Actually, I could get really greedy and just swing by. My opponent could play Blizzard, that would kill... But yeah, I'm actually not going to be greedy. I'm going to do this because I respect Blizzard. It's a rare card, so the opponent's not that likely to have it, but I've been hit by enough Blizzards to know that it's worth playing around. The thing is, it's a rare card, but it's a rare card that pretty much any mage is always going to take when it pops up. This is different from like the Mind Control tech, the 3/3 that steals one of your opponent's random creatures if they have 4 or more, because that's also a rare, but it's not a card that's always going to get taken, so it's even less unlikely, even less likely to be had by your opponent than a Blizzard. Okay, so we got an Owl and a Novice Engineer. That was a very slow turn for my opponent, but it's unfortunately going to be a slow turn for me. I have nothing worth silencing, and this is obviously not worth it just yet. So since, let's see, the Owl plus Hero ability will kill this off. So I'm just gonna, yeah, there's really no point. I'm just gonna swing by, make a totem. Oh, that's sad. I really had a chance to get ahead there, and I didn't. You know, I should have flipped the totem first. With this healing totem, I could have attacked the Novice Engineer and healed up. Ah, that was a little misplay that might hurt me pretty bad. We'll see. For 6 mana, let's see if my opponent can have a better turn than the last one. Basically, she had a pretty bad turn, so she needed me to have a bad turn, and I did. Okay. This is a little bit ripe for Lightning Storm. Holy crap. That's really great. If one of these could survive a hit from the Silver Moon Guardian, that would be great. Then I could heal it back up. But instead, I think what we're going to do... Do I really want to pop Divine Shield with my, like, Silenced Wolf? Yeah, this is just too good. I cannot not do this. Wait, let me flip a totem first, so spell damage would be nice, it would guarantee a kill. Nope. Anyway, 50-50 chance of killing that thing. Nope, didn't get it. That's my opponent. That's a lucky day for my opponent. He can also kill off my Spirit Wolf. But yeah, that seemed worth it to me. Tazdingo. Got a Cone of Cold here to back it all up? No, just an Enraged Worgen. This is actually a bit of a problem because if I silence this, the Worgen can still smack my Searing Totem and then trigger his Wind Fury. Well, let's flip a totem, see what I get. Taunt? Well, since I have a taunt, I'm not going to wait for my opponent to play something. Yeah, I'm just going to put this down. You know, maybe the Lightning Storm was a mistake, now that I look back on it. Because it only had a 50-50 shot at killing the Silver Moon Guardian, and that failed. I could have instead just played a Fire Elemental, killed something off, and killed stuff off with creatures, and the Storm prevented me from playing the Fire Elemental the following turn. So yeah, maybe I got a little bit carried away with Lightning Storming, and should have just let my opponent have his way with that board full of irrelevant creatures. That mistake might cost me, we'll see. She's got 7 cards to my 9. I'm pretty safe from Flame Strike because 3 of my cards on the board are totems, so you really don't want to Flame Strike that. Plus this survives, this survives, this survives. Lots of my things survive Flame Strike, albeit by 1 health, so Flame Strike plus Hero ability will kill them. But if I can get more than 1 onto the board at a time, I'll be okay. If my opponent's holding multiple Flame Strikes, I might actually lose this game. Damn it. Yeah, that Lightning Storm, I got too carried away. I'll have to watch the gameplay footage later, but that was almost certainly a mistake. Alright, so he's going to do that way of killing my things, leave this engine alive, make me work for it. Very fair. That's a bit scary because it means that Flame Strike now does kill Fire Elementals. Forked Lightning, though, is a pretty good card. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. We're going to pass the turn. So my opponent could Flame Strike. Hero ability, kill the Fire Elemental. That would be silly, though. More likely as Fireball or Polymorph to deal with this. And next turn, 9-2, I can actually play the Ravenholt Assassin, which is great. There's the Polymorph. That's 6 mana, though. Dealing with this 1 creature, so 6 mana for 6 mana. It's fine. I think I've lost some of my advantage, though.
I hear you got a problem.
Alright, so that guy's pretty good. My opponent would have to use... Actually, even Flame Strike won't do it, because he's stealthy, so the hero ability can't finish him off. I've got to keep in mind that I've got this in my back pocket. I might need to use it to, like, smash something, almost die, and then, like, heal it back up. That could actually be handy. We'll see.
to do? What to do?
Ooh, hero abilitying me. That's smart, because hitting the totem does nothing. The totem will just heal. Fireballing me? Uh-oh. That suggests she has a lot of fireballs and whatnot. So what we're going to do is get a little bit aggressive. Going to smash her in the face. Get a totem. Swing. I don't think a mage can kill me from 22 health, even with 5 cards. That would be a bit of a tall order. But Flame Strike doesn't quite get the job done, because one of these would survive, and then I could smash and then Fire Elemental for the kill next turn. So my opponent needs a better answer than Flame Strike. She'd need like a Kobold Geomancer and then Flame Strike. Or a Dalaran Mage and then Flame Strike. Basically, spell damage plus Flame Strike would catch her right back up. But anything less than stopping both of these creatures from attacking will mean the game for me. Man, that was a bad lightning storm earlier. I really want to look back at that and see if I could have played better. Maybe, because I could have dropped a Fire Elemental that turn. Flame Strike, alright. I'm really excited to see that. So she's going to pop off. Notice why having 5 health is so crucial for these Fire Elementals. And that's the game. So swing. Fire Elemental. And I'm really afraid that card's going to get nerfed. For, 2 less health. Oh god. No! Why is it never... I swear to god, there's like less time than you used to have to say, well played at the end. That's so sad. The Fire Elemental costs the same as a Boulder Fist Ogre. It has 2 less health, but it deals 3 damage coming into play. Normally, stuff that deals damage coming into play has way worse stats than that. Like, take a look at the Dwarven Forge Rifleman. It's a 3 mana 2/2 that deals 1 damage. Now, a 2/2 is below average for a 2 mana creature. And it's a 3 mana creature. The Rifleman guy, the guy who goes, I've got a big gun, he's a 4/2 that deals 2 damage. A 5 mana creature's total stats should be 11. He's paying 5 stat points for 2 damage. The Fire Elemental pays 2 stat points for 3 damage. Okay, anyway, we don't need both of our brick walls. Let's keep the one that has more health, because Warlocks have a lot of little dudes. Fire Elementals, oh god, this is a bit slow. Damn it. You don't really want to have a slow start against a Warlock. Oh geez. Well, if the Warlock has a slow start himself, I'll be totally fine starting on turn 4. But I have to play totems on turns 2 and 3, which could be really dicey. Like, if he plays turn 1 Flame Imp, I'm in big trouble. He can kill all my totems, and I'm going to be in serious trouble. If he has turn 1 Blood Imp, I'll actually be happy about that. Monty Berserker. Oh, no, that's not good. So all my totems are going to die. Harvest Golem is not a great answer to this. Although, actually, it's okay. I'll take it. Harvest Golem is an okay answer to the Amani Berserker. My opponent's going to life tap, which is fine. This is not putting anything on the board. It's going to leave my totem alive. Interesting choice. I guess he figures it doesn't matter. We'll put this down. So basically, he can run in and get enraged, but then my Golem can run in and finish it off. So I'm trading his 3-drop for his... my 3-drop for his 2-drop. Oh, actually, that's fine, because it's the first Golem. Oh no, that's not good. So that's a 3/4 now. He's still going to ignore me, though. Ah, interesting. Well, it makes sense, because I can't kill him. Alright, what we're going to do is the following. We're going to play the wolf here. The wolf is totally going to die. There's no question about that. But, that's okay. Because, I need to stem the bleeding here. My opponent's getting a lot of damage on with the Amani Berserker. Well, we made it on to turn 5. I might be able to drop this down if what my opponent puts down isn't too scary. Just kind of slow this guy down a little bit if I can't kill him. And then next turn I can start playing Fire Elementals, and that's pretty good. My opponent, I believe, has spent his coin. Yeah, he played this on turn 1. So no coin for my opponent. I've got that much going for me, and just 2 more turns before I can play Fire Elementals. This might not even be a bad play. I could silence this, and then the Golem could finish it off all by itself. I always feel nervous silencing stuff like this, because what if my opponent plays like a Sunwalker later or whatever, but it's worth it, I think. Okay, this is actually fine. Now my Golem just finishes this off, barring a Mortal Coil or some other removal. Oh boy, he's got a lot of cards. Ah, Loot Hoarder. That's fine. Oh, that's clever. So he's giving the Loot Hoarder a taunt to keep his 6/2 alive. Well, that's clever, but not clever enough. I am actually going to use the silence, because I'm getting double duty from this silence. I'm stopping the Loot Hoarder from drawing a card. I'm killing his 6/2. And this 4/3 is actually kind of amazing. My opponent would have to trade in both of his creatures to get this to die. Unless, of course, he has a Mortal Coil, but I suspect he doesn't, because I'm pretty sure he would have killed my 3/1 Golem if he had the Mortal Coil before. So, minus top decking, my opponent doesn't have Mortal Coil, thus my 4/3 body is really great. And, oh my god, I can drop these guys next turn. Hellfire would be a really great spell for my opponent. He could smash, get me down to 21, play Hellfire, kill everything. That'd be the best thing he could probably do. He cannot play Hellfire any longer. That is 4 mana. He's going to life tap. Alright, for Grizzly, very good play. Stops my guy from attacking. But, unfortunately for my opponent, I have Fire Elementals. Oh my god, these are so good. I'm just worried that they're going to get nerfed to like only... Yeah, they have to get nerfed. They absolutely have to get nerfed. I just, I can't see this card staying the way it is. Oh my god, these... We're not even a third of the way through the deck. All 3 Fire Elementals showed up to the party. Yeah. I'll take that. Does this guy need to be killed? Yeah, I think he does. They're just so good. I think they would either need to be made 7 mana, or their health would have to get dropped down to 4. That would make them die to Flame Strike. It would be a really significant nerf. Like if this were, let's say, a 6/4, I would have lost that game against the Mage, probably. Because the Flame Strike would have been able to clear everything off. And because it would have been easier for her to kill them off earlier. Drain Life, alright, very good use of that card, but that is half his mana, and it's not addressing this 6/5 right here. Wow. The fact that I only have 3 in the deck, so the fact that I've drawn all of them 2 games in a row is quite improbable, but then again, I have lots of good cards in the deck, so even if I weren't drawing quite such good cards, I'd still probably be fine this game. Man, the Spellbreaker. That Spellbreaker... Where is he? Yeah, he's just so good. 4/3 is a lot. Okay, well, this seems like a totally decent play. Can't really get around my opponent getting a card from that guy. Shamans don't have insta-kill spells unless they're slinging a Stampeding Kodo. My opponent now needs to deal with 2/6/5. It's not impossible for a Warlock to deal with it. It's quite possible, but hard, and requires a very precise array of cards. Next turn I can Totem and Fire Elemental, or Panther and Earthen Ring. Alright, he's gonna do that. Ooh, that's a good answer to Fire Elemental. He's losing 2 Shadow Bolts, holy crap. But yeah, look at that, he's down to 1 health. Yeah, I think that's a... Well, I could also play this Taunter. You know what, no, let's... It's hard to go wrong when you're playing Fire Elementals. Do I want to kill this Novice Engineer? I don't think so. My opponent's angry. Man, they gotta work on these emotes, though. Some of the emotes are, like, a little bit more sarcastic sounding than others. Like, sorry that happened. That just sounds like, not the most sincere apology ever. So, yeah, I got a lot of cards on the screen. Fire Elementals are OP. That's fine, though. Honestly, I think Fire Elementals is more OP than Battle Rage. I'm just gonna put it out there. The old Battle Rage, of course, not the present crappy version. I think Fire Elemental is more overpowered than Battle Rage was. It's just so insane. Dealing 3 damage on top of a 6/5 for 6 mana. Whew. Can't get enough. This guy's name is Ninja Stars. Ah, Sea Giant. Well, that's good, but it might not be good enough. This is 12 damage, this is 13. If I flip a spell damage totem, I win the game right here. We shall go for that. Nope, taunt. Well, let's hold off on that then. Let's play another taunt. This one dies to the Sea Giant just as much as this engine does. So we'll just do this. Swing. Swing. And do I play this guy? My opponent can't afford to play Hellfire, so the fact that he dies to Hellfire doesn't matter. My opponent can... Oh my god. Shit, I forgot about Shadow Flame. My opponent could actually play Shadow Flame on the Sea Giant, and that would kill everything. That would be 4 of his mana, I think. He'd have 5 mana to rebuild with. The Tiger's a really good play, though. But then my opponent could actually have Taunt. I'd be fishing for a spell damage totem. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god! Did I call that or what? Luckily for me, oh wait, oh my god, it only is enemy minions? Oh shit! That's even better than I remembered. Yeah, I really should have kept that guy back to play around Shadow Flame. Oops! Whoopsie-daisy, that's unfortunate. Yeah, well, we're fishing for a spell damage totem every turn, 1 in 4 chance of finding it and winning the game. I don't have any sources of spell damage in my deck, but if I do draw a Rock Biter weapon, that will also win. Fire Elementals, I've played all of them.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, yeah, this is actually starting to get a little bit comically scary. Alright, Loot Hoarder, not really relevant. Let's see if we get spell damage. Nope! Well, Taunt is also fine. We'll do this. And we'll do this. So I'm threatening the win with this guy who is stealthed and therefore very difficult to kill. My opponent would basically need another Shadow Flame to deal with that Tiger. It's also harder for my opponent to play minions now. Uh-oh! Well, he's in desperation mode. Drawing a card. He knows he needs something good to save himself from the Tiger. And does he have it?
I hope you like my
He's
invention.
continuing to draw. I don't know what would save him now. I mean, other than like a random taunt creature for 3 mana or less. There's nothing that would buy him time. I think this person is very angry. He didn't give me a well played. When someone says a message from conceding, like, you win this time, that is an automatic message. They are not choosing to say that. So it's not, it is not necessarily a show of good sportsmanship. That is just what happens. Alright, well, we're doing pretty well here in this arena. The deck is quite strong. Shamans, though, are just so good. Like, you could say that if you watched any of my previous... I think, actually, I believe all of my 9-win Shaman arenas are on YouTube. One of them might have been on off-camera. But if you've seen them, you might say, like, oh, well, you got lucky in this one or that one. But to go 9 wins 4 times in a row with a particular class, it takes a little bit more than luck. But it's not, I'm not just saying, like, oh, I'm awesome. It's just the fact that Shamans, I think, really need less luck than other classes do. Because the totems put stuff on the board that gives you some measure of board control and stability. You've also got lots of removal spells and silly cards like Fire Elementals. Like, I think if just Fire Elemental got nerfed, I might have lost that game against the Mage. I probably would have lost. I would say this. I would have probably lost the game against the Mage, and I might have lost the game against the Warlock. Okay, this is actually a terrible card under normal circumstances, but a very good card under these, because both of these guys just straight up die to it, and I don't get anything for it. So I'm going to make a totem, which is awfully sad. This is actually great. I'm happy with this. If it deals, if the guy kills it, that's fine. He could, of course, use Hero Ability to finish it off. That would be his entire turn. Alright, so he's going to kill off my Searing Totem, so I got a little bit lucky, forcing his play. He might have had other plays he wanted to make. What I'm going to do here is actually... Ooh! I was going to say play the Earthen Ring Farseer and heal myself, but instead, since I drew Rock Biter Weapon, we'll do this. Now you might wonder, well, Boris, why didn't you just play the Earthen Ring Farseer there? Well, it's because I would rather kill something on my turn than try to kill it the next turn, if you know what I mean. Like, he could have wrathed my guy, or, like, buffed this guy. Like, there's stuff that can happen when it's not your turn that's bad, and so if you can do something yourself, all else being equal, it's good to do it yourself. It's this again! Same exact situation. Man, this is an example of why I don't like the Panther. I mean, look at how annoying this is. My 2-drop is just holding the fort against his 3-drop like a boss. Of course, that might just mean that the real story here is that this guy is better than people think he is. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop the wolf down. This is very nice. Swipe actually would not kill me completely. The totem and the wolf survive. That's one of the problems about playing with Druid. Swipe is such a good card. And it's hard to play. It's surprisingly hard to play around. You think, oh, 1 damage to everything else. Does it really matter? But yeah, it really does. It's just lots of situations where you get down to 1 health and then swipe. Like, a bunch of your creatures are at 1 health, and swipe is an absolute blowout as a common for 4 mana. Alright, well, my opponent's got to think very carefully here. It's obviously not a great situation for this Panther. It looks like he doesn't have a Wrath, or I imagine he would have played it by now. Although maybe he's thinking, well, if I Wrath this guy and I attack with the Panther, then the wolf is going to kill me anyway, so why even bother? You know what he should do? He should play a Twilight Drake. Yeah, play a Twilight Drake. It would be a 4/6. 4/6 would be so good. Yeah, it would finally die to Earthshock, but come on, play a Twilight Drake. You know you want to. Come on, you know you want to. It's a good time. Everyone, all the cool kids are doing it. No, don't hero ability. Boo! Boo! He's gonna swing at me with the hero ability after sacrificing the Panther. Ooh, that is fortunate. He apparently did not have anything good to do. Well, I'm pretty happy to play this Stranglethorn Tiger. It's a 6/5 with stealth with a little bit of help from my wolf. That should be a really awesome, like, John Lennon song. I get by with a little help from my wolf. Whoa, I get by. Anyway, I really shouldn't sing. Anyway, we have 8-9 damage coming at him, dropping him down to 16 life. Earthshock only hits minions, which is annoying, but lightning bolts might provide some crucial damage later. Actually, this is a bit of an odd hand. I have lots of answers and no questions. So, if my opponent just sits back and deals with my stuff, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Well, I'm not going to be in trouble, but I'm not going to be getting ahead. Let's say, for example, my opponent doesn't do anything with this turn. I'll swing with the tiger, the wolf, the spell power totem. Then he just starfires my tiger, and then I can't build my advantage. I've got this wolf and a totem, and I can put this guy on the board, but that's about it. Alright, he's thinking about his turn. I don't begrudge him that. He's in a very difficult situation here. He's in pretty bad shape. He's got 7 cards to my 7. Granted, I've got a totem out, but it's a very, very useful one. And he's behind on the board with only 5 mana to play, so usually, it's kind of, the game kind of swing saws, where you're behind, but it's your turn right now, so you can catch up. Starfall! Ah, wow. Well, I'm very happy about that, because, all it does is kill my wolf, basically. Alright, we're going to do a bit of a crazy play here. I don't know how many people would consider this. I'm actually going to play Fire Elemental. I think a lot of people here would have just, played the Earthen Ring Farseer, healed up the Tiger. But, this is a 6/5 after all. So, right now I'm threatening to almost win the game. 11 plus 3, it's 14 damage, just like most of his health. So, Druid with Starfire could kill one of my creatures, but not the other, and it'd be all of his mana. So for a Druid to deal with both of these right now, it's going to be kind of tricky, actually. So, in lieu of putting a 3/3 on the board, I'm going to put a 6/5. Sure, I waste some of the ability, but I've got, tons of removal, so I just want the 6/5 on the board. Ah, Faceless Manipulator. Very solid card. Well, I could Lightning Bolt. No, I could just Hex it, I suppose. Actually, Hexing seems really good. If I play the Fire Elemental... Wait, can I win this? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Kids, always look for the win. Wait a minute. 3 damage, 6 plus 11, 17. Jesus. I was thinking of hexing that thing. No way, man. I'm going to win the game. Alright. Always look for the win. Pro plays. You saw him here first on Papa Boris's channel. Looking for the win since 2013. Oh, look, he got a well played out after the victory. Why can't I get it out? I used to be able to get it out all the time. Alright, well, we're up to 7-0, which is a comfortable place to be, to say the least. It'd be nice to have another 9-0 for some bragging rights. I'm two games away from that. I had one with Mage that was on this channel a little while ago. I'm not 100% certain, but I do believe that was my first 9-0 that I've recorded and posted here, and possibly my first 9-0 ever. I don't track differentiated stats for 9 wins. It's all the same to me. And this is a pretty good deck. Peacewags. I'm lucky I haven't seen any priests or any warriors, so that's pretty great. Wow, what a hand. Whoa! It just keeps getting better and better. Well, this is pretty spectacular. Play the Worgen Infiltrator. On turn 1, it's all stealthy-like. Next, I play the Wolf. I can deal 3 damage with this, kill a creature. Or just not, and wait for him to overextend against Forked Lightning. So, why did he say that was a mistake? I wonder what he wanted to do instead of play a 1-drop. Did he have another better 1-drop? Who knows? Okay, so this is a bit tricky. You've got to be careful. If he drops, let's say, a 3 toughness creature on his next turn, it'll get pumped. What are you doing? It'll get pumped to 4 by the Priestess, and I actually won't be able to kill it easily, and nor will Forked Lightning help me. So what I'm going to do is make a bit of a conservative play. What are you doing? I think is this guy just being a douche? Anyway, what we're going to do is just play a little bit conservatively. Let's play that. Let's just kill his Priestess. Fast turn. So he can, of course, hero ability to kill my Loot Hoarder, but that's his entire turn doing that. And then I draw a card. Alright, so Imp Master, that's a good card. No joke about that. This guy is actually a douchebag. Okay, there we go. We figured out what was going on. I could coin out the Warden. Holds up against this Imp army really nicely. I could hex this, but I don't really feel like it. I could play the direwolf, swing for 3 damage, draw a card. Then he could kill my wolf pretty easily. I could also fork lightning, kill this imp, get this down to 2. Finished off with the loot hoarder. Draw a card. Got 2 mana left. Play a wolf. All right, we'll do that. I think that's a decent play. And then I've got hex for single target removal. He's likely to start playing bigger things now. So we're gonna play the fork lightning right here. It does mean I can't play the Mogish and Warden on my next turn, but I think I'll be all right because I've got the coin still to sort of mitigate some of that overload. Like I could, for example, go Overload City here and play coin Feral Spirit if my opponent doesn't put up sufficient pressure. Oh geez, well that's pretty good. Fuck, that's a pretty good card. Earthshock. It doesn't really do it for me. Nope, we're going to coin and hex. You might say that's a bit of a risky play, like, well, what if he has, you know, good stuff coming down the pike? Yeah, but I would say I kind of came out a little bit behind in that opening. Maybe Forked Lightning was a bit of an error, and I should have just coined out this guy, ignored his imps, and attacked with my wolf. Oh no! That was incredibly frustrating. Well, which of the taunters do I play? This one deals more damage, but survives less. This one survives more. Let's do this one. And let's heal myself. So this is a bit dicey. Hero ability will kill the Voodoo Doctor if my opponent finds a way to get past my taunter. I'm hoping he does not. Oh my god, if he has swipe, that would actually be kind of amazing for him, because he could deal this down to 3 health, kill the Voodoo Doctor on the way, Stampede and Coda finishes it off, and we're looking very, very near to our first loss of the arena. Yeah. Man, what was I thinking? I should have just coined this out. Yeah, coin this out, let him have the Zip Master, just swing, and call it a day. Save the Forked Lightning for later. Then again, it wouldn't have been useful later. Okay, so Starfire, not as good as Swipe there. It does draw him a card, and it does kill off my Taunter. But this guy sticks around, and I'm alright with that. Ancestral Healing. This has not been good yet, folks. You heard it here first. Okay, let's play the Taunter. And let's make a Totem. More Taunt is always nice. Swing for 2 damage. Pass turn. Okay, this Ancestral Healing... I don't know how I feel about this card. I think it was in a bad pack. I forget. It was like a bad card, maybe like a Wind Speaker or something. But honestly, I take a Wind Speaker now over Ancestral Healing. There's a hair in my mouth. There we go. I would take just about any other card actually in the world over Ancestral Healing right here. Well, I'm definitely behind in a huge way. He's got 7 cards to 6, one of which is a totem and one of which is a 2/1. 2 Starfalls, huh? Yeah, alrighty. Yeah, alrighty, so now he gets to kill the totem and my Voodoo Doctor, getting even more ahead. Oh god. This is looking ugly. It's looking ugly for Papa Boris, folks. It's looking ugly. Chillowind Yeti, decent card in these circumstances. Sure, we'll play it. Really couldn't care less about Overload. I have nothing to play. That requires mana. Earthshock. Come on, play a Twilight Drake. You've got lots of cards. That would actually get me back in the game. If you played a Twilight Drake, spent half his mana for the turn, played Twilight Drake, I could Earthshock, kill it, top deck a Fire Elemental, ba-boom, and be totally fine. That's what it would take. Come on, let me live my dream of Earthshocking a Twilight Drake or a Scarlet Crusader. Uh-oh. He's got Swipe. Well, that would have been a lot better earlier. So I guess I'm happy he played it now, question mark? If you can't finish this off with like a Moonfire or something, that was a bit of a wacky swipe. I imagine he has some sort of plan for dealing with my double taunt shenanigans here. He could kill one, have a removal spell for another, hero ability finish off the Yeti? I suppose, that would be pretty good for him. No, he's just going to make a taunter. Alright. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Time waits for no one.
Man, a Fire Elemental would just hit the spot right here. Nope! Now they're getting all shy. Okay, well, I could Earthshock this, Ancestral Healing this, kill his Kodo. I could Earthshock this, Ancestral Healing, kill this engine. I guess it's just all about all the same, huh? Except this engine has more health, so that would be the better target to kill. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. This feels so wrong. We're gonna Earth Shock. I don't even care about Spell Power Totem yet, so we're just gonna Earth Shock. The overpowered Ancestral Healing. We're gonna kill this. We're gonna kill this. Play this. Alright, well we are protecting Thrall the Shaman quite nicely here, but we're in trouble because he's got 9 mana, 5 cards. There are umpteen gajillion things that a druid would just be slavering at the bit to do for 9 mana with 5 cards. So let's just wait and see what happens. I mean, in theory, I could come back, but if he drops like an Ironbark Protector, it will be very, 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 very hard. Okay, he could play like an Ancient of Lore here. Really, there's just lots of stuff he could play that's really good. Starfall would kill everything I have and just guarantee the game, pretty much. Master, wow, for 4 of his 9 mana? Wow, interesting. He seems to have a very bad hand. Holy crap. He's doing that for most of his mana. He's got to have a bad hand. Wow, yeah, I lucked out. I mean, druids can do so many scary things. Oh my gosh, that was a good top deck. My opponent's going to be very angry. Yeah, that's unfortunate for my opponent. Okay, so the good news for my opponent, though, is that this Leper Gnome can actually kill off the Yeti, which is kind of sad. So let's go ahead and flip a totem, see if I get a healing totem. That will impact my decisions. I do! Alright, well, in that case, we're going to kill the 4-2. We're going to ignore his 2-1, and we're going to swing up. So now I get healed up to 3 here. He'd have to use hero ability or some kind of a spell to finish off the Yeti, alongside his Leper Gnome if he wishes. Man, I cannot believe how bad his hand was for that to have been his best play. So he's in top deck mode, essentially. Master, good card, but again, for 10 mana, there are so many things druids could be doing. I am really getting lucky. After a bad start to this game, things are going my way. So he's gonna, looks like he's gonna kill off the Yeti. That's fair enough. I do not begrudge him this. He's gonna die. Alright, what has he got for 5 mana? Nothing! Holy crap, what is he holding on to? Does he have that, like, your minions have Death Rattle 2/2 Treant thing? Now, one thing that you have to do when you play Shaman is you have to remember when you have a healing totem on the board. Here, it's absolutely critical for me to kill this Master, and I'm going to heal up the damage, so there's really no reason for me not to make that play. It's way more valuable to kill off a Master than to deal 4 damage. So, we got quite a totem collection here. I think I would say in this game, you can see how the Shaman's hero power is stronger than the Druid's. Sure, he's killed some stuff off, but I've got non-trivial board presence. This healing is great, the taunt is great, the 1/1 can start plinking away. It's all pretty solid stuff. Alright, he's gonna hero ability. This is a good use of his hero ability. He's gonna kill off my taunt totem. And the Chillwind Yeti was a very good draw for him because I can't easily kill it. I'd have to use my card and like my 1/1 totem, for example, to finish it off. So unless he's got something else to do for 4 mana, like swipe maybe, would be really good. Swipe, kill off this, yeah. No, he doesn't seem to have swipe. Okay. These 2 cards apparently are very bad cards. He's been holding on to them for quite a while. If he does have that, your creatures have Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Treant, he should really play it here. He should just play it, because, I mean, getting basically 2/2s for 4 mana is pretty great. Yep, he had it. Look at that. Papa Boris is just always calling this shit. He's getting basically 2/2s for 4 mana. That's pretty spectacular. Now, the Stormforged Dex is a pretty good answer to that, because I've got the health with which to deal with those. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of a risk. I'm going to kill this Imp. Put on this Axe. I'm going to kill this Treant. So the reason I say that that's a risk is it leaves the Chillwind Yeti alive. But I could have killed it with the Spellbreaker plus my Totem. This way I'm gambling that these guys are both going to be around next turn to finish off the Yeti then. Now I had a 50-50 chance of getting a Taunt or a Spell Power. Taunt would have been good because it would have blocked his attacks. Spell Power is also good because it means I get to have my cake as well as eat it. I can deal 4 damage, finish off the Yeti. And then the Healing Totem is being really good here, although this 2/2 will get to kill off one of my totems. If he wants to kill my 4/3, he has to use this plus hero ability to do so. Or, of course, use the card he just top-decked. Ah, good card. Well, he really then does need to use Storm Enchantment. Why were you holding on to that? Holy shit! Okay, well now the game has turned completely around. I'd say he's winning, and now the game turns completely around again. Oh god, that was good. That was a good draw. Let's think. Is it worth it to smack the monkey? I don't think it is, because this guy's going to kill it anyway, so we're just going to hold on to the axe. My opponent has got to top deck, what does he have to top deck? Druid's not the greatest at dealing with big creatures. Faceless Manipulator? I guess would be one good answer the Druid might have. A Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter would be terrific. It would just kill this and I'd lose the game. Maybe like a buff. Dark Iron Dwarf. Pump up the Storm and Champion. Trade up. Then he still has a 1/4 on the board, which is better than what I have. So he's got there's a number of things he could draw. He seems to have drawn something decent because he's thinking about what to do. He could, of course, just voluntarily 2-for-1, trade both of these things in and kill it. And then use the hero ability to finish off my totem, and then we're kind of at a standstill in top deck mode where I get the first draw. We've drawn an equal number of cards in the deck. That doesn't actually change anything unless he actually wants to use the hero ability and smash into this. It's positive. It's a decent move. He's got 23 life, and he gains a life a turn. So it's not the end of the world. Yeah, but he's going to do it. So basically, he's got a life disadvantage, but a board advantage. We need to start drawing some good cards here. That is an example of a good card. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, what we're going to do is throw away, I think, the Spell Power Totem. Well, hang on. You know what the problem is? If I attach it to my guy to kill this guy lives. So it'd be a bit of a waste. Let's see if I can flip a Taunt. I can. Rockbiter Weapon on the Spell Power. Kill this off. Axe can't quite kill this. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to smash into that thing. Just a point of damage. Now, on his next turn, what he can do is he can hero ability plus the monkey to kill my taunt totem, use this to kill one of my other totems. But that next turn, I can put my Rockbiter Weapon on the other totem and then finish this thing off. So I would say that my opponent is now officially ahead, because all I did was draw removal for what he already has, and he's going to have more now. It's a very good card. He's going to make it a Taunter to protect his 3/3. That's very smart. Okay, now I'm definitely in just major trouble, because Rockbiter Weapon plus this is only 5 damage. Shit. Crap. Okay, I'm really falling behind now. I need something good, like a Fire Elemental. I've got lots of Fire Elementals still in here, don't I? Yeah, there we go. So what we're going to do is put the Fire Elemental onto that thing. Gonna smash the monkey. Pray for a Taunt Totem, because that would just be amazing here. 1 in 3 odds, and I got it. Don't need to use the Rockbiter Weapon just yet. We'll just pass the turn here, and now I would say that I'm ahead. So my opponent needs to top deck out of this. He can't just get like random creatures or something. He actually needs to get something of substance, like a taunt or whatever. That's pretty good. That is very good, because it means I have to kill this. I've already used I think I've already used both silences this game. So I've used both silences this game, so I have to get through this in order to get to this Cult Master. Do not hit my Fire Elemental. Are you crazy? That doesn't do anything for you. Actually, it would have. It would have stopped me from smashing in. Maybe that would have been smart. I don't know. Yes. I do have lots of Fire Elementals. So I'm going to do that. That. Okay, now I'm officially ahead. Yeah, I'm way ahead now. So I top-decked my way out of it thanks to, once again, Fire Elemental. You know, the healing totem's just being gold money, cash dollars here, healing all my creatures. I would say, though, that I would say that the healing totem nerf that was instituted after the wipe was not that big of a deal for Shamans. However, if the Fire Elemental got nerfed, as we see from this draft, it would be an incredibly big deal. Okay, see what we get. Rockbiter Weapon cannot quite kill this thing. I could smash him for 6, 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. He has 18 health. Well, we can play everything, so let's see what we get as a totem first. Taunt. Okay, well, we're gonna make our Tiger. And think, if I smash in, they'll both be at 6-2. They'll both die to a Starfall. Let's just not even do that. Since I drew a Taunt, let's take advantage of it. So, next turn, my opponent is dead in like a bajillion different ways. I don't even know what druids could have that would save him here. I mean, this plus Rockbiter Weapon just wins. What could he have, like an Ironbark Protector? It's gonna charge. Interesting choice to charge. I don't see how that's gonna work. I guess a taunt wouldn't have saved him either. I would have just killed it and then crashed through. Alright, so my opponent's again making absolutely the correct play. He's just playing on as though nothing is the matter and wondering if I'll forget to go for the kill. The odds that I would lose this game somehow are small. Oh no, he's going to concede. Ah, there it is. Well played. Woo! Got it out there in time. Alright, well, it's time to see if the dream will live once again. I'm at 8-0, and honestly, there was that one game with the mage where I misplayed, but then Fire Elementals won the game. There was that one game against the Warlock. He put up a good fight, but Fire Elementals won me the game. And then there was a game with the Druid where we were both in top deck mode, and then I drew my Fire Elementals and won the game. Now, it was not that lucky against the Druid because... Alright, let me say it like this. The fact that I drew my Fire Elementals is not the thing that was lucky for me in that game. Because I had 3 of them, and they were all in the second half of the deck, so if you do the math, the odds of not drawing any of them for many consecutive turns actually were quite small. It was very likely I was going to get those. What was lucky for me was that he had a handful of cards, and had like 8 or 9 mana with board advantage, and he could have just like played whatever out that he wanted, and he had nothing good to play, which as a druid is amazing, and it's just like, makes me wonder if maybe he slightly misdrafted. I mean, I was playing him at 7-0, so, he might have misdrafted, or he might have just had a bad draw. It's hard to say. But, Druids really should have had, better stuff. Okay. Ecto to Plect. What? Ecto the Plecto? What is a Plecto? Anyway, we're going to actually ship this back, because these guys do the Warden's job, and they have Overload, so I can't play them. I can't play the Warden after I play them. This guy's just stupid, and this is just stupid. Although, actually, it was nice that it healed my Yeti and then let me smash into this engine, but, like, an actual removal spell would have been a lot better. Okay, well... Here, I might end up on turn 3 actually coining out this engine and then playing these on turn 4 to get the taunt out of the way before turn 6. Now, before that, I can make a totem on one turn, and I can Rockbiter Elemental, or Rockbiter Weapon, another thing he can play. Actually, really the worst thing that could hardly happen is if my opponent just plays these guys. Because if I have nothing to kill with this, and it means my opponent has good cards going into the endgame, and if he just floods the boards with these little dudes, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so let's see what my opponent has for 3 mana. Hopefully... Well, it doesn't actually matter. If I can kill it with the Rockbiter Weapon, great. If it's nothing major, I can just coin out Ascension. Alright, he's gonna do that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. These are not worth the overload right now. This guy is, however. I can kill both of his dudes. Now, he could, of course, have Hammer of Wrath or True Silver Champion. 4 is the magic amount of mana for Paladins. But even with either of those, he'd still have to give up this buffed Recruit. And then next turn, I can Rockbiter Weapon, kill this thing, and play Feral Spirit and be pretty decent shape. Oh my god, Blessing of Kings. Well, change of plans. We're hexing that. Yep. Yippity-doo-dah. Yippity-yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. I could actually play Feral Spirit here and try to trade it in for the Shattered Sun Cleric. Like both of them against the Shattered Sun Cleric. And then use the Rockbiter Weapon to kill this thing. That's an interesting proposition, but I mean, what is going to be more worth killing than a 7-4? I mean, there's lots of stuff Paladins could play that would be worth hexing later on. I could try to take advantage of the low health of this guy and Feral Spirit. You know what? Nah, let's just kill it. So you have to be very careful how you do this. First, I have to Rockbiter Weapon and kill his Recruit. Then I need to hex this, because if I hexed first, it'd be a frog with taunt, and it'd get in my way. Okay, we're back to the super social fire elementals. I don't know what is going on. By the way, sometimes people are like, oh my god, the shuffler's broken. Shufflers are not broken. Wacky stuff like this has to happen. It's very unlikely that you're always going to get, super uniform draws. But, yeah, this is another case where, either the fire elementals all show up, or none of them show up. So my opponent's trying to swarm me. Unluckily for him, the Mogushan Warden is kind of like just the most amazing card ever right now. It kills all of his stuff, and it's hard for him to get through it. The Paladin's main out against high toughness creatures is Humility, to drop their attack down to 1, but this guy's attack is already 1. Ah, very good play, sir. Very good play. So now he can, in fact, get through very, very slowly. Oh man, you know what would be good here? Lightning Storm. Oh my god! Oh my god. That is something. That is something. Okay, so the thing about Lightning Storm is there's only a 50-50 chance of killing this guy. What am I really killing? I'm killing a frog, Well, this is all one card. This is a freebie. This guy's already got his use, so I'm not actually killing that much real stuff, except for the defender, I'd say. One option would be to play the Fire Elemental, kill this, keep my Mogushan Warden here. My opponent could kill it, and then he can actually kill the Fire Elemental pretty easily after it. But the problem is with Lightning Storm that if I play Lightning Storm, I can't play Fire Elemental next turn. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play Lightning Storm. I'm not gonna fish for a spell damage totem. I'll just take my coin flip. This time the coin flip went in my favor. This guy took 3 damage. And I'm gonna play Feral Spirit. So I'm gonna go crazy with the Overload. I'm super overloaded, but I don't want to play anything next turn. If I can't play Fire Elemental, I don't want to play anything. There's nothing good for me to play. Oh, Herd Adjustment is a very, very good card. Oh, and that's a very good follow-up for it. The 2/8 is pretty strong. Okay, that's going to be a good thing to play probably next turn. So here, rather than dropping a creature that's just going to die to this, let's just go ahead and pop a totem. It's another Taunter. Do I want to swing in? I can deal 5 damage. He has 8 health. Nope. Let him just kill my stuff slowly. That's fine. So, next turn I can silence this guy, make him a stupid 1/7 that does nothing, and call it a day. Oh, Jesus! He's got big stuff. Okay, that is definitely getting silenced, because he can attack with that for many, many turns. I cannot allow it to stick around. So that does mean I'm delaying my Fire Elementals even more, but that's fine. I think getting rid of this is pretty good. And we're actually going to swing ahead. I mean, he's going to be killing my stuff anyway, so, you know, might as well let him swing and kill one of my creatures at a time. Killing Totem does nothing. This guy is pretty impotent, especially against Healing Totem. I'm protecting myself so my opponent can't beat me down, and I've got this 4 damage guy in the wings here. Doing some work. Now, Consecration would really hurt. It would kill my Taunter, my Totem, just leaving this thing behind and get this down to 1 health. That would be very sad. This is what he just top-decked from the Hammer of Wrath. Sea Giant. Oh god! Jesus Christ! My opponent is just big creaturing me to death. And he's even gonna use the durability on that thing. Makes sense. Oh my god, I'm just gonna get big creatured to death in this game. That's quite sad. Alright, I've got this one lone Taunter standing in the way. It's going to be easily dispatched of, and then I'm getting hit very, very hard. So, can I hit anything with this? No. It's time to start laying out my Fire Elementals. We're going to smash into that guy, so my Fire Elemental can trade with him. I'm going to play a Voodoo Doctor, because why not? And a Totem. I will actually hit this thing, because that is a very efficient way for him to get rid of my Taunt Totem. So if he has Consecration, he's again in really great shape. He'll just win the game, I think, if he has Consecration. If he doesn't have Consecration, it is possible for me to come back. I don't know how much fat he has in his deck. I guess my slow start is really hurting me here. But my Fire Elemental can trade for one of these. My other Fire Elemental can trade for another one. Oh no! That's not good! Shit. Ah, god damn it. That is so good. Because he gets to kill this now with the Mogushan Warden. So I still have a 9 and a 7 toughness creature to contend with. God damn it. This hurts a lot. I don't mind that, because my Voodoo Doctor... Okay, never mind. That's what he's doing. I see. Well, fair enough. I'm going to have to keep playing on Fire Elementals and hoping for Taunt Totems. Well, that's actually really good for me as well. So we're going to finish off the most damaging thing that he has, which is that. I'm going to play Feral Spirit. Note that I had no chance to get a Taunt Totem because I have one on the board that is silenced, so there was no way that I could get it. So here, he could True Silver Champion one of these, kill the other with the Spellbreaker, and then this guy can attack, but my Fire Elemental trades with it, so he's going to need an answer for the Fire Elemental if he doesn't want the Sea Giant to die. One possible answer would actually be to Spellbreaker here, use the Sea Giant to kill the other Taunter, then use the Silverhand Recruit plus True Silver Champion to smash my Fire Elemental. Alright, Swampies I don't really care about. Oh my god. Wow, he has so much... This is amazing. I'm going to lose my streak to a Paladin. And I keep saying on my channel, like, oh, Paladins, you know, they're pretty good, but they're not, like, top material. Granted, he is being really helped by this Epic card, which is, you know, not what you're going to see every day. And he's going to do my play. Look at that. He's such a good player. He's going to keep his big creatures alive. And I have nothing that deals any damage. This is so sad. I want any one of these totems to deal damage so I can finish the stupid thing off. But such is not to be. Okay, now I can't really deal with this Frostwolf Warlord unless I Earthshock. Oh my god! That's so funny. Okay, let's actually think very, very, very carefully here. So if I Earth Shock, I could also Earth Shock and kill this. Then I could Fire Elemental on this, make it an 8-5. So I'm dealing with an 8-5 and I have a Fire Elemental. Other option, I could Earth Shock this, make it a 4-2, kill that thing. So actually I end up doing better by Earth Shocking this. And then playing my third Fire Elemental. Now my opponent, I would say, still has the upper hand, because he can kill this pretty easily with just this wretched Spellbender holding on, Spellbreaker holding on for 1 health, and the Paladin Recruit. So there's a 4 damage and a 3 damage to my army of totems, and then I just have the Stealthy Tiger. So I have to basically top deck my way out of it. I've used up all my Fire Elementals here, but I do have a Forked Lightning in here somewhere. And I could actually use it, if I get lucky, to kill those off. Oh fuck, he's... Gah. Well, that's actually not going to save him from Forked Lightning, so come on, Forked Lightning. My opponent's going for the kill, which I can't blame. Here I think his hero ability is better than mine, because his things do damage and mine don't, necessarily. Oh, I have another Fire Elemental! Okay, never mind. Let's make a totem. Taunt would be... Oh, I can't make a taunt! I got a silenced one out here. I really need to get my Direwolf Alpha into play so that I can throw away this taunt. Okay, well, let's see. What's he got? Uh-oh, I don't like this. Blessing of Wisdom. Ah, so he's just going to draw some cards. That's smart. He's going after me. That is fine, although it does mean I can't kill his 5-6, which is a bit of a problem. He might be trying to... Oh no, he's not trying to race me down. He's just going for the slow and steady version. So this guy's drawing him a card every turn, which I cannot say for myself. So here... you know what? These both seem the same, but I can't play them both. So yeah, I might as well just play the more expensive one. I already have one of each totem, so I might as well do that. Get it back, pass turn. Okay, so my opponent can deal 3, 6, 7, 8 damage to me, plus he's drawing a card. So he's very likely to win, because he's basically getting to draw 2 cards, one from the ooze and then one from his draw for the turn. It is possible to come back if I get Forked Lightning. Ah, damn it. He's doing a pretty good job with those silences. He's just going to overrun me with his little 1/1s, unfortunately. I already used up my Lightning Storm. And Ancestral Healing. Ah, crap. I can't pop this Divine Shield, because my 1/1 died. I can give this thing Taunt, but I don't think I survive. Let's think. He would just run in, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, it's over. Well played. I'm not gonna test this guy's metal. So yeah, my quest for 9-0 got wrecked by a Paladin. I gotta say, that was pretty impressive. He did a really nice job. He had a really good deck, and I had all 3 of my Fire Elementals and a Lightning Storm, and he just survived everything. He had so much big stuff all in a row that it was good. Maybe I'll try Paladin again. My problem with Paladin, I would get to 7 wins pretty regularly, but I would frequently not make it above that. Maybe I need to take that 5-6 restore 6 health guy a little bit more highly. I usually pass on him. That was pretty helpful for my opponent, although granted the health gain was irrelevant there. No! Why am I playing him again? This is bullshit! No! This is not supposed to happen anymore. So he wasn't at 8 wins, because his arena should be over. Fuck me. Oh my god, if I end up... Well, okay. If I actually end my run at 8 wins, because I lost 2 games in a row against Ecto the Plecto, then fine. But it's just kind of frustrating to be playing him twice in a row. So, yeah, the Paladins are pretty good. You can, try to deal with my 2-1 here, try to get a free kill, but it takes a little bit of time. And he's not going to be too aggressive here, that's fine. So we're going to... Well, let's think. If I flip a totem, I double my chances of getting a totem, taunt totem, to protect this Voodoo Doctor. But I can also just play a wolf and use the wolf to kill his 1/1. So that is the plan that I will do. Fort Lightning could be very good. I really wished I had it last game. Lightning Storm wasn't good enough last game. Hopefully it will be this time.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, well, let's see what totem we get before we commit to any moves. I don't think I want to play... Actually, I do want to play Loot Hoarder. My opponent could actually... He could coin out Consecration, but this is dead anyway. Yeah, we're actually gonna do the Loot Hoarder instead. This is basically me being aggressive. Trying to put as much damage on my opponent as I can, because in this deck I appear to be the aggressor, since he has so much fat in his deck. Now he's got True Silver Champions. Oh fuck, he's got a coin. I hope it's a Hammer of Wrath. No! God damn it. Oh fuck. That sucks. So he's not really taking any damage from this because of the heal. Luckily for me, this is pretty good to drop down, and a lot of what he has is in his deck is good because it like buffs up his creatures or whatever, so when a paladin has no creatures in play, you can feel somewhat decent. So he's already spent his coin, that's good. There's really little that he could play for 4 mana that I'd be scared of. Equality? Are you fucking kidding me? What is this? Oh Jesus, you know, I said there was little I'd be scared of, but honestly that was a pretty fucking good play. Damn it. Okay, so he's actually gonna get to kill my Taunter, which is total bullshit. Oh, equality. God damn it. He actually gained life from that. Yeah. Well, there's Fire Elemental, so I don't want to use my lightning stuff here. Let's use Rockbiter Weapon. I could put her on the Loot Hoarder and draw a card now, but instead, I'll just try to put more damage on my opponent, get a totem. Taunt would be nice. Spell damage could be relevant as well. Alright, so here's where the fun begins. But I have my Fire Elemental. Last game, he already had a bunch of stuff when my Fire Elementals came on, so I was like struggling to catch up. This game, I might be a little bit ahead of his curve if he's got a lot of like random creature buffing stuff, and can't deal with this 2 damage that I'm plinking down every turn. Ah, that is actually really great. So this is a not very scary use of the card. Now what might have happened is he might actually have another one of these back in his hand, but I'm not going to play around that. Now if he has it, then whatever, he has it. But I'm not going to play around that. So I'm taking a bit of a risk here that he's got Blessing of Kings to put on this Recruit. If he does that, I'll feel very, very sad. And then he can kill my Fire Elemental.
We must cleanse the
just a
Sunwell.
little old Shattered Suncrack. Man, this was so good for him last game, too. Divine Shield, very good combo here. Oh my god, shit! I should have killed that thing. Oh my god, that's going to cost me the game. I just lost a Fire Elemental to nothing, basically. That is great. Now, the good news for me is Lightning Storm kills everything he has. Crap. I should have definitely killed his 1/1 minion. That strategic decision cost me the game. I was thinking of Blessing of Kings. I didn't plan around all the other buffs that I know this guy has in his deck.
The gates are open.
Fuck my fucking life. Do 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 do. Okay, well, this doesn't quite do the job. Ah, jeez. 2 damage. Nope, not quite enough. I can't use that yet. I could just throw this guy away. Alright, let's do that. He's lived his usefulness. Should I silence this and then kill it? No, I think what I'm going to do is go crazy on the Overload. Let's do this. This. Swing. Just try to batter him down before he can catch back up. He does have these 6 health restoring guy, but that would be all of his mana, and it's a 5/6, so it doesn't impact the board too much. And keep swinging for 4 damage. Oh my god, I would have won this game easily if I had killed his thing. Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Ooze plus True Silver Champion. That was a hell of a play. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, luckily, we have lots of Fire Elementals. You know what, we're gonna go balls to the walls here. Yep, we're gonna go balls to the Dickens walls. Yep, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna smash him in the face. I'm gonna swing him for 2. Just gonna try to get the kill here. That's all I'm trying to do. Get the kill before he can catch his breath. That's my best hope. Because he's got massive... Well, he's not massive. He's got some card advantage against me. Weapon plus 3 cards. I have 4 cards on the screen, one of which is a totem. Oh my god, he's gonna concede. Well played, sir. Well, so I could have won against him, we now see. But I will happily take my 9-1. This is my 5th in a row 9-win Shaman run. If you enjoyed the video, do please consider liking the video and or subscribing to my channel. I will appreciate that tremendously mente. And if you just can't get enough of Papa Boris, let's begin Papa Boris's Happy Fun Time bonus hour. First, starting with the prizes. Ooh, a golden Arcanine Soul Priest. That's mad pimp. Dust? Oh, that's a bit sad. This is like 7/8 of a common. Fuck yeah. Well, anyway, 185 gold. That pays for my next arena. I shall take it. I shall take it. Let's take a look at what our prize is. You know, I haven't opened any legendaries in a while. Well, I opened Millhouse a few arenas ago, but I haven't ever opened any good legendaries. Legendaries I have are the Blood Mage, Millhouse, and the Shaman legendary, Alakir the Warlord, which isn't that impressive. Alright, just got a bunch of junker loot. Uh-oh, is that... Uh-oh. Already had 2 mana addicts. That was a bit of a sad pack and a bit of a sad reward, but hey, you know what the truest reward is? Victory. That's the truest reward any warrior can hope for. Alright, let's go ahead and take a sneak peek at our next arena. No shamans, but hey, you know what? Maybe I'll play Paladin. I do have a daily quest to play Paladin. Yeah, that'll be fun. So we'll see if we can recreate Ecto the Plecto's smashing arena success. Very well played, sir. You have stopped me from getting my second 9-0, but you did not stop me from getting my 5th 9X as Shaman. And once again, it's been a pleasure. Papa Boris signing off. We'll see you next time.